Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Hi guys and welcome back. Today we're going to play a Simul against our coach. Now this is definitely going to be a very interesting game because he's going to have less time to think because he has like 9 other players to play against, and I will have all my time to think. Now he's still probably going to beat us, but we're going to try our best, so we're going to see how it goes. Okay, so the game just started and we are black. Okay, he played e4. We're going to go with our Caro-Kann as always. Uh, we don't have to spend really a lot of time on this first move here because of course we know the opening theory here. Now this is really a lot of time, so that's why I'm probably going to edit a lot out from this game, because if I don't, then the game would like last probably, I don't know, hour and a half or something like this, and this is really too long for a video. So okay, let's see which line is he going to choose. He could go into the main line with knight to c3, or he can go with I don't know, f3 and the exchange variation, also advanced variation. There are really a lot of lines possible here, and we're going to see which one is he going to choose. Okay, so he's going to go for the main line. I'm going to take this pawn. I expect him to take this pawn, and then I have like many continuations like Karpov variation. Then I have also Korchnoi variation, I think. Okay, so he took our pawn and we're going to go into the main line, I think. Or should we go with this one? It's also possible to play this and take with either pawn. It's better to take it with a e pawn, because if you take it with a g pawn, this is also a variation, but it's really risky, so that's why I would take it with an e pawn. But I'm going to go with the main line. I usually play the main line, or not usually, I pretty much always play the main line. And now he's going to play knight to g3, attack my bishop. This opening theory in the mainline Caro-Kann is really like a lot of moves that you have to learn. And in my previous videos I said that opening theory isn't that important, but in some openings it is pretty important, because now if you don't know opening theory and if you, for example, go back here, or I don't know what do we want to play here, then you might miss the advantage that you could have with white here. Okay, so he played the main line, of course. I moved my bishop to g6 square, keeping him on this diagonal. Okay, so he played knight to f3, that's also the main line, and now I have to play this move, because just to prevent these jumps, which are very annoying a lot of times. So that's why you play this move first, and now he continues with the main line, and we make room for our bishop. So when he plays h5, he expands here, we can hide our bishop on the h7 square. And I'm really thinking about if I'm going to go on the short side with the king or on the long side, and it's really a tough decision, because if you go on a short side, then it's a bit riskier, because he has the potential to attack you here on the king side with these pawns just marching here, and he castles on the long side. So, and if you castle on the same side as this king does, then your king is going to be pretty safe, because for example, if he castles here and you castle here, then he's probably not going to push these pawns and attack you, because his king is also going to be weaker here, and this would just be bad for white. So that's why here in Caro-Kann I usually wait for my opponent to see where he's going to castle, and then I castle at the same side as him, so my position is not going to be dangerous. But if you like attacking positions, then of course you can castle on the different side and you can also try to attack him. Okay, so he played h5 here, really the main move. This is the only move with the bishop here. And now he's probably going to play bishop to d3, challenge my bishop. Um, And the idea is simple. I have moved this bishop a lot of times here, as you can see. Here, here, and here. And he wants to trade it for his bishop, who moved only one time. So this is a pretty good trade for the player with the white pieces. But this is not like really worse for black or anything. This is still mainline theory here, so that's okay. Okay, so now he has to recapture with his queen. And because this would be ridiculous, of course. And then I have to play. Okay, he recaptured now, and now I basically have to develop these two pieces. I can play e6 or knight to f6. I think that this is not that important here, uh, but I'm probably going to play e6 here. Let me think if there is a difference, but I really think that there is no difference. Oh yeah, there is a difference. I have to play e6 because like the main line goes like this, and you check him, he goes back, and then you go there with your bishop. So that's why I have to play e6 here. But I'm probably not going to play the main line. I'm probably going to choose a line where I go to c7 and castle queenside, but we're going to see. Okay, now he played bishop to d2. This is also a possible continuation. And now I'm just going to develop my knight here, a normal developing move. And now I'm almost 100% sure that he's going to castle on the queen side, because castling on the king side doesn't give me any problems. I can castle on the king side too and just have a very nice game. So here my development plan is kinda to go to c7 with my queen and to d6 with my bishop and castle queenside. Okay, so he castled queenside as expected, and now we're going to play our queen to c7 here. Probably, let's just see. Yes, okay, queen to c7, and then we're going to castle and put our bishop to d6 square and have a solid position. And basically, plans here are to play c5, but only when he plays c4, then you play c5. And I will explain this in just a second, and also to play e5. He wants to exchange here the knights, and I'm going to take once, and then when he takes our knight, I can play this with tempo, or I can play bishop to d6, and I have really no problem here in this position. So I can also castle, but I think castling wouldn't be that great here, because he could play something like this probably, or just g3 preparing this move, and I don't want these complications, so that's why I'm going to play bishop to d6 here. And okay, yeah, this is a good move here, and then I'm going to castle queenside. And I always have this option of knight jumping here, but I think I'm going to keep it here, just because of the reason that I can support this c5 push and e5 push when I want to. And I'll also protect this square here even more for the potential knight jumps, and this is really a good knight on this square. Now Caro-Kann is known to be a drawish opening. You play Caro-Kann basically to draw the game at any cost, but I mean, you don't play for a win if you play Caro-Kann. I'm just kidding, but okay, so he played g3 here. Like I said, this is a basic idea for preparing this move here. But here I think he's not going to be able to do this because I have enough forces here. And I'm just going to castle queenside here, I think. Let's calculate, I mean, okay, we have really a lot of time, so let's calculate here. Okay, let's castle queenside here. This is probably where the theory branches out. Okay, he played rook to h4, which looks sometimes pretty annoying for black, but it's more annoying when you play c5 because then he can transfer his rook here and have threats against your king. But now I didn't play c5 and this move just doesn't seem very um, reasonable to me because I don't know what he's going to do with his rook here. But okay, he has his plans and yeah, we will see what he wanted to do. Now I think that also the point of this move is that he wants to play rook to g4 and attack my pawn. This would be really annoying for me. And so I'm going to play this move probably and stop him from doing anything here. Uh, yeah, this is going to be my move I think here. Yes. And when I have my knight on d7 square, it's a lot of times annoying because when I move my rook there, he can come with his queen here and attack my pawns. It looks like a weird move, but it's actually a pretty annoying one and I want to avoid this, so I played knight to f6 because of this and because of controlling these squares, and his rook is pretty useless here. It probably would be better to put a rook here and just have it on a half open file, try to make something, and now I can start thinking of rook here and e5 because this is not a problem here. Okay, so now he's going to move his queen to d3 or e2. These are two main squares to move his queen, and I'm basically prepared for him playing c4 with c5. Okay, so he played his queen to e2, which is a reasonable move. And now I'm going to play my rook to e8 probably, but let's calculate a bit because he's already saying that we play too fast. And yeah, I really do, but I didn't have really a lot of big decisions here to make, so that's why I didn't calculate a lot. So okay, now if he tries to move his knight here, then I could probably take it. And when he takes it with a pawn, I move my knight to a square like d5. This is a good square, and I think I don't have big problems here. Oh wait, I actually have problems here because of this move. And now maybe this move looks like a bit more reasonable now. And this knight jump is pretty annoying because I can't challenge it because he can take my pawn here. But if I play this, and this is good because I have my rook at the same file as his queen, and when I play e5, his queen might be under attack, so that's good. But if he plays knight to e5, then I was also looking at the move c5, trying to remove a defender of this knight. But then I also see, like, again, problems with this rook coming here, so I actually don't know here. Maybe he has these tricks here by jumping here, and when I play this, maybe he could go back, and then I played c5, even though I don't want to play c5. If he doesn't play c4, this looks pretty annoying here. So I'm going to think about this position here for a few minutes. Okay, so I decided to play rook to e8 because if he jumps here, then I don't even have to take it. This knight is really annoying here, but I think I have everything under control here, even though if he plays this move. So, and I don't see a better move here in this position, to be honest. So that's why I'm going to play rook to e8. And I'm pretty comfortable, and I actually hope that he doesn't play this. Or, I mean, we're going to see now if this is a problem then or not. Okay, so he played knight to e5, and this was my little fear, as you know. And now we have a question in front of us, if we want to take this knight or not. Now this is a really tough decision, and I think we don't want to take it because he's going to have this nice bishop that is going to come on this diagonal here, and I'm going to have this knight which is going to have to protect this pawn here, and I'm going to be pretty passive, I think. And also if I play this and I move my knight, let's say here, he defends it, and then on the next move he plays this move and attacks my pawn, and this looks really annoying to me, so that's why I'm not going to take this knight probably. And this move I'm also not going to play it because he can just go back as we said earlier, so now this is a bit annoying here. But we have one variation here actually. If we take this knight and he recaptures and we play this, then he has to defend his pawn here because I'm attacking it twice and he's defending it once. For example, he plays bishop here to defend this pawn, and now I can maybe play f5 if you saw this far, and if he takes my pawn there with en passant, I just take it with a pawn and I have pawns here. But this looks like a lot of weaknesses, so I don't really want to play this. It looked like an interesting variation, but it actually doesn't work here, I think, well for me. But maybe I shouldn't be so much afraid of this retreat with the knight and of this rook, because maybe I can just play king to b8 and just try to get my queen to safety here, even though it doesn't look really safe because of this rook coming into action here, also this bishop here, and also probably the queen somehow or the other rook, and my king really looks under pressure. I mean, even though I have my own ideas of checkmating threats, I think he has really bigger chances of attacking, so that's why I'm not going to play this probably. Now, if you're still here with me, please comment down below which move would you choose in this position, because I'm really interested in your opinions on this position. So feel free to comment down below. Now I'm looking at this move c5, but right now I saw this move actually knight to c4, and it looks like a very annoying move because he wants to just exchange his knight for a bishop, and I don't want this, and I would have to move it like somewhere here, and then he plays this move. Really annoying. I think I see the right move in this position now, and I'm going to play rook to e7, and the point of this is basically I want to defend this pawn and also play knight to d7. It looks like a pretty fine move to me. I just have to calculate it a bit. Okay, I play rook to e7, and what should be his move here? He can't really move this rook anywhere or any of his pieces. He could try this, but this is really not good, I think. This is a good move here, and I'm happy with all the exchanges here because I'm black and here actually white has the initiative, so this would be pretty good for me. Oh, and he's probably going to play a move like f4 and just help his knight here, but I don't see a better move here than rook to e7 actually, because I can't play c5 as we saw, and I don't know what else can I do here. This looks like a reasonable move, so I'm going to play. Oh my, no man. He still has this move knight to c4, I think, and it's pretty annoying here. And this move is like always annoying, but I don't see a better way here. So you know what? I'm just going to play rook to e7, and I'm really interested in seeing which move is he going to play, and he's probably going to play this move or this move. I mean, I almost bet that he's going to play one of these moves. This is really a great opportunity for me to record this video playing against my coach. This is really a useful thing to record, I think, because we can learn a lot from this. And I really hope you do learn something from these videos as well as I do. Okay, so he's looking at our position now. We can see this by this green button here. Okay, so as expected he played knight to c4, and this is why I probably shouldn't play this move here. I'm starting to realize more why this was a mistake here. And oh my god, I wasn't even calculating these annoying options by him when he takes and I take and he can play his bishop here. That's why I don't want to exchange this bishop for a knight, but I have no other choice here. And oh my god, this feels really bad here. This bishop is stuck. Well, now I can't move my bishop here, so I should make a very useful move now, because otherwise we're going to get crushed. Okay, so now I'm looking at this e5 move, which looks pretty good. Attacking his pawn. Also, my point is that I want to open my rook, and also his queen is on this house, so this would be great. But now let's calculate. If I play e5 and if he takes, that's okay. I can take it with a bishop, and he's probably going to exchange this, and this position is, or no, take with the queen, and this position looks pretty good for me. I mean, it's not equal. White is still probably better because of this bishop against my knight, and because of this weakness here on this g7 square, but I mean, it's better than I expected, so I think this e5 move is pretty good. Another line goes like this: when he takes my bishop here on d6, and I have to take it with a queen, because if I take it with a rook, then he takes my pawn and there's a fork. So that's why I would have to take it with a queen. And now this looks, if I'm not missing anything, then this looks pretty good for me. So I think this e5 plan is really working, and I don't see any other lines for him here. So that's why I'm going to play here e5. Looks like a decent move. I mean, probably the best move in the position. But we're going to see this in just a second. Now, just to know, this pawn is a weakness here on g7, because it can hardly advance because of this pawn is protecting this square, and white is going to probably attack my pawn here. But also note that this pawn is also weak because it's really far advanced, and these pawns are hardly going to protect it. I mean, they can protect it like this, but then this pawn is also weak, and he can protect it with this pawn, but then this pawn is also weak. So, I mean, we both have some weaknesses, but yeah, this is a really interesting position. Okay, so here he played bishop to a5. Really, I really wasn't expecting this, and this really shocked me now a bit because I didn't see this move. But this is probably the best move because it's possible, because this knight is defending this bishop. And now if I don't want to lose an exchange here, I have to play this move, which is really annoying because I weaken my kingside here, these pawns and the light squares here. So I don't want to do this, but I think I have no other choice. And this is also very annoying because he can jump sometimes with his queen here and check me, and it's really a pretty unsafe position here for me actually. And also annoying is after this move, if he takes there and I take here, and then also his rook is on the same file as my queen, so this really doesn't look very great. But as we know, the only move here is to play b6, weakening ourselves, but my plan is... Okay, so he took immediately on d6, which is probably a good move, yeah, but now I have to take it with my queen because again of the fork here. So let's just take it. But wait, oh my god, this is annoying. He has this check, and then what should I do here? If I go there, then this pawn is loose. So when he goes there, I should probably play something like this, but then he has also some sacrifices. Oh no, this is not working. So after queen to a6, I'll have to go to this square. And okay, now he doesn't have this threat because this would be mate. So I think this move, queen to a6, isn't very dangerous here. And that's why I'm going to take this with a queen now and just... yeah, let's just take it. Now if he takes this pawn, then I'm very happy to just exchange everything here and I mean go into an endgame, which is going to be pretty good for me. But he's not going to do this. I bet he's not going to do this. He's probably going to move his bishop, let's say here. But I think he has some problems here actually. Oh my god. But I think he has some... Okay, so he checked me here. And I basically have this move to defend. This threat here. And also this move. And now we should calculate, so let me just calculate and I'll come back when I just calculate these variations. It's very interesting here, and honestly I think this move shouldn't be that great because we're just putting ourselves on a pin. So probably I'm thinking about this move, and then I think he doesn't really have that much because I mean he can't sacrifice this because I can just move there with my rook, and that's a winning position. Okay, so let's play king to b8. I think he has nothing here. And I really want to know how many players are still playing here. But I don't really know where to see this. And probably by clicking on this, but I don't want to click this to just get out of the game or something, so I'm not going to do this. Now he would really like to take this pawn and open this file and also for his rook here to join the attack. But he can't do this right now because of the checkmating threat. And okay, he moved back. And now his idea is if I take this, and he's going to play this move and just pin my queen to the king. And I don't want to fall for that. So... and now he's actually threatening to take this pawn. Because again, he could give me a pin here. So this pin looks really annoying. That's why I'm thinking about this move here to prevent this. But I think he has moves such as c4, and then this could be pretty annoying. So I actually just want to move my king out of this pin, but it's going to be pretty hard because I just moved it there. I can go there, I can't go there because there's also a pin. So basically my only move with the king is to go here. But this just doesn't look really good because then he has like threats, I don't know, with his bishop taking this if he puts his bishop here. And I don't know, this really doesn't look very pleasant for me. But I think this is my only chance here because I don't see other way of preventing this spin here. Okay, so I have a pretty difficult decision here to make. I can play this move or I can play this move. And Now when I'm thinking about this position more, maybe this move is better because I'm still keeping the threat here of, let's say if he takes, I take, he can't give me a pin because of the mate here. So let me just think for some minutes and I'll come right back. Okay, so I decided here to play queen to d7, and this is because actually of two reasons or three. And the first reason is because I have the possibility of using my queen as a defender here to go here and also protect this pawn here. Then the second reason is I'm still keeping a fight for this file, and I can also in the next move take this pawn if he doesn't protect it. And the third reason is that I can still on the next move here and I'm going to be fine. So okay, so I finally decided for this move after really a long think here, because I wanted to make sure that this is all working. Okay, these lines are so complicated. I mean, if I go there, he also has a move like this, and I don't want to take really here because he's going to take it with a rook. So after this, I don't know what I should do. But he also doesn't have that many threats here, so I'm going to play queen to e7, and we have 10 minutes left, which is not that much, but we're gonna try to do the best with these 10 minutes, and yeah, we'll see how this is going to go. And I must agree, this is a really interesting game so far, and I'm just going to take this pawn now, and let's see what he's going to do here. He has an option maybe of going back and then moving his bishop here, and now the checkmate threat is not possible. Okay, yeah, he did this like we expected. But now I have actually this move here, and I think we should be good here. So I think I'm going to play this here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So okay, let's play it. Rook to d5, and now you can see the importance of this file here. We're really crushing this file, and but now he's probably going to check us, and then exchange one pair of rooks to minimize this pressure along this file, because if I'm on move here, then this is just going to be a winning for me. Okay, so he checked us, and the only move basically is to go here on this a8 square, and now he can move out of this file, which I think is not that great, and he can take our rook, which is probably better, but we're going to see what he does. So it looks like I have everything under control here, and I think if I put this into stockfish, I might have the advantage here, so it's looking pretty good. Okay, so I just went to drink some water, and he took a rook, which is not a problem at all, but now we have to decide if we want to take it with a queen or with a knight. And it looks pretty dangerous here, this queen and this bishop looking here. I have no squares, but he actually can't do anything, I think, unless he tries something like this, but this is not going to be possible here. So I think if you move our knight here, it's not that great, because he can play this and just get that file, and we want to have this file, so that's probably why I'm going to take it with a queen. Okay, we took it with a queen. I think this is the best. And we're also attacking his rook, so he's probably going to move it there. Yeah, okay. And now his threats are to go there and just checkmate me. But if he goes there, then we have a checkmate. And even if we don't have a checkmate here, we can also play this. Or, oh, I'm sorry, we can't because of mate here. So his threats are also pretty annoying here. So now I also want to use my knight in the attack, but I could also take this pawn. This looks also pretty good, but then our knight is going to be out of play when he moves the bishop, let's say here. our knight is not going to be active here. Okay, so we're probably going to take this pawn, and because if he moves there, then he doesn't even have threats of taking here, because we have mate here. So that's why we're going to probably take it. And if he moves out of this diagonal here, let's say here, then we have a mate here. So I'm pretty comfortable with this here. And yeah, let's just take this pawn. It looks like a free pawn here. And I mean, on the next move, if he plays something like this, we can even move back our knight and we just won a pawn, which is perfect. And now our knight is kinda out of play here. So that's why I want to move it back, to get it back into play. So I'm probably going to retreat it. But let's see now. This is again not a threat. And he doesn't have any threats here, I think. So we should be fine here. Let's just retreat our knight. This position looks really safe for me. We're up a pawn and we're absolutely playing for a win here against our coach. And let's see if we can make the victory here or just draw or lose. Let's see. Okay, so he played b3 here, which actually looks like a pretty bad move here. Because I can play this move, and I mean, as you can see, I'm threatening mate here. So if I play this, then his only move basically uh, should be this, and after this, okay, now we should probably try to play this first, maybe, because then we have, if he plays something stupid, we have this threatening mate. This, his only move is this, and then we check him here. He has to go back, and then this should be mate here. I I think he didn't saw this till the end, but I'm sorry, but okay, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to comment a lot here because I'm in time trouble, so let's just see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to go here first just for the safety reasons, because if I play this, then some of these ideas might be possible. So that's why I'm going to play this here first. And now he has this move. This is his only move, I think. And now after this we're going to play this. Let's see how's this going to go. Okay, so he played his king to b1. Now let's see if this is winning. It should be, I think so. Okay, if we go there and he goes there, then we basically we don't have a free piece. If we go there and he goes there, oh yeah, we take it with a check. So okay, so let's calculate a bit. I'm in time trouble, but still, if I play this and he plays this, try to checkmate me, I can check him, and if he moves there, then it's checkmate, and if he moves there, then I just move my knight here, and then checkmate him on the next move. So I think this move should be working, and if I play this, this is also not working because of a free move which check. So I really don't see a way for him to defend this position. Okay, so we just played knight to e4, and I think this is just losing for him now. I think that he has no defense here, but if he has some defense, then we're screwed up, because if he has defense, then we're really in time trouble, and I don't know what to do if he has. Okay, he can play a move such as f4 and defend. But I hope he doesn't play this. It's really complicated now, and I've been playing this for a really long time, more than an hour, and it's really hard to see things now. Okay, so he played this move, and oh, okay. I mean, this is the end, right? I can check him here, and we see mate on the next move, right? The only move is king to c1, and then we checkmate him here. Oh, it's not a checkmate. He can go here. But okay, let's see how we should continue this to just win this game. I hope we do. I mean, the only thing in this position to do is probably to check him here, and I don't have a lot of time here, guys. I don't know, guys. I didn't see another continuation. He's going to go there probably, and then I think I have nothing to do. Okay, I found this move, knight to c4. I hope that it's working. Okay, so let's check him first here. And okay, now we can't pin him, unfortunately, but we can take the bishop. Let's take the bishop. And we're a rook up now. Okay, let's just go for the stalemate. Guys, this really wasn't what I thought that it's going to be. But okay, let's repeat here. Okay, it was a draw against my coach, which is a pretty good result, but I want to see what happens here. I was really in time trouble, and I really wanted to see what happens after I played this here, because my idea was that, I mean, he has to take my rook here, and when he does, I wanted to play check here, and he has to go there, and here I wanted to basically play this move. And now the only move for him is, oh, he has this move, but let's see if this works or not. After this, yeah, he has defense, so okay, I think it was a correct decision to go for a draw. I have to admit that here I thought this is just mate here, but he can go here, and now he's threatening mate and also attacking my rook. So my only chance is basically to start checking him. And now here I thought I'm going to run out of checks. What should I do now? And I thought that I was losing here actually, because I can play this, for example, and he goes there. And now unfortunately I have no checks, and he's threatening this and this, and if I move there he has this mate here. So that's why I really thought I was lost here. But then, I don't know how, but I had a few seconds on the clock. And that's why I always say that you have to solve tactics. I saw this tactical move here, a knight to c4, which solves my problems. And I'm very happy that I saw this move. And now, if he takes this pawn, then I can take the bishop and I'm a whole rook up. Then the second option is to move there, for example, but then I'm actually a rook and a knight up. And the last possible variation is to take it with a queen, which he did here. And here I checked him first and took his bishop. And first I thought this was winning, but he unfortunately had this perpetual check and we agreed to a draw. Oh my god, guys, I just realized I turned on the stockfish and I saw that I had a mate in 2. After this I had mate here, and oh my god, how stupid I am, and I went on and take this rook. Oh my god. I can't believe this. I mean, I understand that I was a whole hour here sitting and it was hard for me here to even think, but I should see this mate here. I always had these ideas here of mate and now I didn't use it. And oh my god, I should win this and it was just a draw. So this was a Simul against my coach. I hope you enjoyed the video and also got something new from it. And I'll see you in the next video.